It's not a Max Verstappen show. It's not a Lewis Hamilton show. It's not a Leclerc show. It's not a Schumacher show. It is the engineers and the team who are the real stars here. Hello and welcome to Couple of Corners, where a husband-wife team invite you into their home and then force you to listen to them talk about F1 for about 15 to 20 minutes or so. Joining me as always is Anisha.
Hi.
And we have got an exciting race to talk about. It's the Japanese Grand Prix.
Yes.
What an awesome race.
Awesome
Again,
race.
third race in a row, not boring.
Not boring, exactly.
So good job, I guess. Regulations.
Also, as in the race director did a fantastic job. Had this been 2025,
We would just been
following Kimi, and it just would have been his view. But this time, all the battles at the back were being covered. It was nice.
It was a nice race.
Yeah.
So quick recap of the race. Kimi Antonelli won, making it a Mercedes podium for all three races.
All three races.
What a race by him. Congratulations. Now the youngest and the first teenager
To lead the championship.
So good job
good
there.
Job.
Second place is Oscar Piastri.
Welcome back, Oscar.
Welcome back, McLaren. Very good race by McLaren this weekend.
Yeah.
And first start for him and immediately came second.
Yes.
So very good race, very strong race. And third place is Leclerc. Charles Leclerc. Good job by him as well. Followed by Russell and Norris and Hamilton.
Hamilton was there, but then I think the last lap Norris
I think he just started to
overtake.
That is
Russell,
the new regulations for you.
Yeah.
So again, but to be fair, a fantastic race by all competitors right over there. No more just a Ferrari and McLaren race. We'll get to that in a bit. Yes.
Hold on. We had an Alpine. We had Gasly ahead of Verstappen.
Credit to Gasly. I think if not Piastri, I think Gasly deserves to be one of the drivers of the day for sure. To keep Verstappen behind you the entire time. Oof. And he's been doing, we used to joke that Gasly used to do this once or twice a year. Gasly been doing this consistently.
Exactly.
So good on Gasly for doing this.
Alpine is fifth in the Constructors' Championship at this time.
Behind half,
exactly.
So good job, and Gasly. Let's start things off with Mercedes. A very dominant free practice, a very dominant qualifying. And he finally saw a chink in the armor.
Finally. Now you know how to tackle that Mercedes.
So as it turns out, this is my theory, the way to fight Mercedes is to not do it alone, as we saw with McLaren and Ferrari.
Because the last two times we had Ferrari and Mercedes going head to head, but this time the third strong team came into power, and oh my God, the start. Mercedes
can't do start. Clearly Ferrari and McLaren, who is a Mercedes engine supplied team, know how to do start
well.
Because I think Antonelli got a bit of wheel spin. And he dropped down to fifth or sixth, and he was just overtaken by everyone else. And credit to both Oscar Piastri for keeping McLaren, even before the whole pit stop thing. Credit to Piastri for keeping them behind the entire time.
Definitely.
But eventually, I think,
it was one of those racing things where, you're just unlucky that you pit and then
But clearly, the way to fight McLaren, Mercedes is once again to confuse them by doing a double-pronged attack on them, because then they don't know who to defend from. That, I guess, is the way to defeat McLaren. So I think Mercedes and McLaren...
Ferrari and McLaren, if you're listening.
If you're listening, this is how you defeat Mercedes, is by working together. Although, getting Ferrari and McLaren to work together
good luck on that.
But I think that's the only way to defeat them. Again, good job to Kimi.
Yes.
Some might say he got lucky with the crash that happened with Behrman, but no, I think they were just too fast.
Even when he went ahead and got the got the pole position, after the pit stop, he went ahead and
carved out a very good lead.
He carved a good, I think 10 to 15 second lead at that point in time by the end of the race. So. Piastri was not able to catch up with him. So that's a fantastic job done.
As compared to the other Mercedes, why did people?
The other Mercedes was just whining.
That will never stop. It's George.
It's George.
I spoke about this in the last race rant, that I don't think I've ever heard George go it's my fault that this happened. it's always a Bottas. It's always something or the other. The car is a problem.
Either unlucky or the car is a problem.
Like he'll never admit to a mistake.
But it wasn't a mistake this time.
This time it wasn't a mistake.
It was unlucky, but then his whining just does not get over. Like honestly speaking, when in the Australian Grand Prix, when I saw Russell win, I was like, no, I can't see this man as a world champion. But then the moment, Kimi won the next race and this race, he went ahead and got the lead. I'm like, yes, this is good.
Like, the friend of mine shared this meme where like a Murphy's domination is like, but a Kimi domination is not bad. I would like to see that. I would like to see Kimi. He's very adorable. Yeah. I like him.
Moving on to McLaren.
What a comeback.
Yeah.
Like,
it was good to see the papaya color on the race.
It's good, at least racing.
Yeah.
It's good to see Oscar.
Yes.
Like, to be fair, the way Oscar used his, the battery power and the boost mode and everything, you would think that he's been racing like all this time.
Yeah.
But this was his first
race.
Start.
Yeah, exactly.
He used it very well. He defended very well.
Yeah.
He attacked very well.
Yes.
So, there you have it. He adapted to it like within a race.
Yeah, but then again, it is a little too early because we're just 3 races down, so we just gotta see.
Yeah, of course.
But as in chances of him, as in being one of the contenders, seems very high.
Let's say about that.
Yeah.
Well, because one of the contenders is Russell.
Oh Lord.
But he is right up there clearly.
Yeah.
And to be fair, even Norris had a very good race.
He had a decent race.
He had a pretty decent race. Like towards the end when he overtook Hamilton.
Yeah.
Hamilton did the whole boost thing very well initially during the first overtake.
Yeah.
But then Norris, I guess, learned his lesson. Overtook with more battery power.
Yeah.
There you go. That's how you do it. Fantastic work by Norris. Like,
I think
nothing from him.
By mid-season, right now you see a lot of chases where one person is one driver is overtaking the other one using up full power, and then eventually the overtaken driver takes their position back, right? I think by mid-season they will learn how to manage this because
how much power reserve is ideally you need.
Exactly.
If you overtake on X corner, this is how much power reserve you need. They'll memorize it. That's how it works, right?
What's
That's
the point of as in going full throttle and taking an overtake, but then losing it out just this way next
you can't.
second.
It's a little tricky to do that. They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And good on McLaren for making such a strong comeback after such a poor start.
Yeah.
So good on them.
Good job, Ferrari.
Yeah.
He is very happy.
I know Ferrari isn't winning, but they have been on the podium 3 times consecutively.
Yeah.
If they do it 5 times, I'll cut my hair or something. I don't know. It's not a part of that United Strand thing, but another.
But I really hope they do because he needs a haircut.
Just put it in a bun. Anyway, Hamilton. You could argue that Hamilton could have been there, but taking nothing from Leclerc either.
Yeah.
Both Ferrari, I'd say, are very evenly matched.
Yeah.
I love the fact that Ferrari lets them race. We saw another one of those. It wasn't as long as the Chinese Grand Prix thing.
Yeah.
But we saw them racing again. It was again wonderful.
There was this one part where the commentator said, right, no matter every time I turn the Grand Prix on, I see these two fighting, which is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and it's not like they're shoving and pushing each other. That's why it's such a beautiful race. Because when Leclerc overtook him, Hamilton can't say anything about it because it's such a beautiful race. And similarly at China, when Hamilton overtook Leclerc, Leclerc couldn't say anything about it because it was clean racing.
Absolutely.
They both enjoyed it. Nothing doing. That was pure skill that he overtook me. But love to see that. Especially I think we talked about it last time about how it's been a lot of time it's been about pushing and shoving the other driver off the track to overtake. That's not how racing is all about. So thank you so much again, Ferrari.
Moving
on to Red Bull.
Max is really struggling.
He's really struggling with the new
and
regulations.
I also realized that there's a lot of hate out there for the new regulations because possibly like all the Red Bull fans, like, you know, all the Max Verstappen fans are possibly seeing a first time regulation change, because for me, this is a first time regulation change. You've seen multiple regulation changes. And like you go out there and it's like, you know, oh, what is this regulation? This is useless, blah, blah, blah. But like, I think, Shay, you should do a video on, like, you know, how and why this is necessary. Like, it's a part of racing.
So I remember the first regulation change I saw was in 2009 when they brought, you know, they removed all the extra aerodynamic features. The car was smoother, the car was smaller. You had those, the new diffusers. You had a new engine. You had the boost button made its first introduction with form of curves, if you want to remember that. And it was around that time my team dropped. I'm a Ferrari fan since before then, right? And my team dropped. Then again, when the 2014 regulation change happened, McLaren dropped. Right? It is a part and parcel of racing.
Exactly.
Now you're seeing, again, a Williams and a Red Bull drop. It is a part and parcel of racing. People forget that it's not just the driver. A lot of it is the car.
Like, just imagine how boring 2023 as a season was. Right, where like literally this man told me, like, you know, as an ignore Verstappen on top, the actual racing is the grid under him, right? So, like, I think to keep the sport competitive, these regulation changes are required. See, I feel bad for Max, but I do. Yeah, like,
it is what it is, unfortunately, right?
Yeah.
In the end, people forget what Formula One is about. Formula One is the formula, and the formula is keeping restrictions. And the whole trick is not to build the fastest car in the world. People think that it's the faster, it has to be the fastest sport. It's not. The trick is, here's a set of guidelines. You have to build a car within that set of guidelines.
Yeah, go build it.
And, you know, let's see what you do. Some people do it well, some people can't. It is a fact of matter.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's not the fastest car in the world. It's the fastest car within this set guidelines. And because Formula One you have the biggest, loosest set of guidelines you can get as compared to Formula 2, where all cars are the same.
Yeah.
So it is there, and you have to build it. And a lot of it is down to the designers, the engineers, the aerodynamicists, everything. So that is what it is. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Formula One. It's not a Max Verstappen show. It's not a Lewis Hamilton show. It's not a Leclerc show. It's not a Schumacher show. It is the engineers and the team who are the real stars here. And, well, if you're a Max fan, I'm sorry that you have to deal with Max. Not winning all the races.
Eventually, right?
Eventually, all these teams do catch up. Exactly. We saw it last few years ago when McLaren came from 9th to all the way till winning the Constructors' Championship.
And then the
Max is there
World Drivers' Championship and both the championships yesterday. So
teams will, and when the team come up, regulations change again. That is the entirety of sport.
But from a Red Bull perspective, Hajar had a decent-ish race.
Did he out-qualified? No.
Okay.
No,
he didn't get points.
I think he did. 1 second. I think he came. No, Ocon.
Yeah, Ocon took the lead. So
Ocon got the last point.
Yeah, so Hajar didn't make points, but
he had a very impressive
Max also finished at 8th position. So
behind Gasly.
Behind Gasly.
So
one of the men who got fired.
So let's move on to Alpine. This is a very nice segue for Alpine. Another great race from them. Another great race from Gasly.
Do you think Flavio is going ahead and really torturing the boys that they've started doing well?
Well, could be. Knowing Flavio very well, like, you can't predict a man like Flavio.
Yeah, but then I think with Gasly, it's not just Flavio. Gasly himself is a very, very talented driver. Like,
honestly speaking,
he's very understated.
Gasly is a very good midfield driver.
Exactly.
He takes midfield machine into places where it's not supposed to be. We saw that when he won at I forgot the name of the race, Emilia Romagna, if I'm not wrong, where he won with his Alpha Tauri.
Okay.
Right. Or was it Portugal? But anyway, the fact of the matter is that he has won with an inferior machinery. He can do that. He's like a Yuki Tsunoda. He's like a Nico Hülkenberg. Sergio Perez, excellent midfield drivers.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Colapinto didn't get points this time, but I think he also kept his head down and, like, as in the Ollie Behrman crash, like,
he was
happened.
A part of, not exactly a part of that.
But it just happened in front of him. So exactly. So he managed his car very well at that time.
Yeah.
Moving on to Visa, or you want to talk about Haas?
Let's talk about Visa Cash App quickly.
Yes.
Another very good qualifying.
Yeah.
With them, although Lindblad did drop down.
Yeah, but Lawson got some points.
Yeah, I think Lawson came ninth. Yeah.
Lawson completed ninth, so that was
another good race.
Yeah,
Again, like I keep saying, no news is good news for any team.
Exactly.
So that's very well. Let's talk about Haas quickly.
Yeah. Behrman had a scary crash.
Incident.
Like there was one point where he was seen limping. So, but yeah, as in I think he had a 50G crash. So the 50G crash basically went ahead and injured his knee.
He had a right knee contusion apparently, which basically means that he banged his knee really bad and he got a bit of a swelling. So he'll be fine, thankfully. Thank God for better safety regulations.
Exactly, yeah.
Because I was talking to this group wherein we were told, I remember the death rate in 1950 to 1960 was over a death a year in every season. So congratulations to these drivers.
Every race.
Every
season, yeah.
Itna bhi nahi tha.
I was like, oh my God. But yeah,
that's still quite a bit.
Yeah, but definitely, like, you know, as in the modern, like with the whole 35 days of 35 champion, when we were doing the research, we realized that, like, you know, as in, it was an extremely dangerous sport back then. Like, it was like, you know, as in either you live or you die.
So
and
the option was
scary, like, to think about it.
There were three options. That was either you finish the race, you didn't start the race, or you went to the hospital because your car crashed and you might die.
And like, I don't know, like, you know, as in it's a very interesting stat. Like, you know, if you go to the Formula One website and you go ahead and check out, like, you know, as in the driver results, the number of DNFs in comparison to, like, you know, the people who have finished, like the starts versus DNFs was such a high ratio back in the day versus, like, you know, as in the modern era or the mid era as well. But the early Formula One, it was crazy. Like, you had, like, you know, as in 90% of the field DNFing a race. So
it was something.
Something for sure. But anyways, I think we're getting
distracted.
Sidetracked. Moving on to
I think we've talked about Haas. Wait, I have written it down. Audi.
Williams.
Yes, Williams. Sorry.
Williams. There's something going on in Williams right now.
Between the drivers.
It could all be just, like, you know, as in speculations, but the message that Albon gave after the qualifying was a little disheartening.
How much slower I am as compared to Sainz.
And then he went ahead and said, like, okay, fine, I guess it's just my way of driving.
I've been saying this for the past 3 races, but I guess it's just my driving style. So I don't know if it's a sly jab at, you know, he's hinting that Sainz's car is faster than his or has better upgrades than his.
Yeah.
Which is saying something. Which is quite, I think Wows needs to get his boys sorted quickly.
Exactly. And he also needs to get his car sorted. He's been talking about this car for the last 2 years. And all it's been like...
Again, like, there's an example of someone whose team has dropped off after the regulation changes. Considerably dropped off after regulation changes, and it doesn't make any sense considering Alpine and McLaren are doing so much well as Mercedes
with the same engine. Exactly.
Right.
Like, now that they've also got Sainz to cut his hair, still the car seems to be overweight. I don't know what they're going to do next. Like,
I don't think they need 2 kidneys. They might be able to do it with 1 lung. I don't know if they can. Ears with the tip of the nose is not needed.
Anyways, so, like, as in hoping that, like, Williams pulls through better. Like, I think there's the next 1 month, like, unfortunately we don't have any races, so, like, you know, that will be a good time for them to go ahead and
for every team
to figure it out. So moving on to Haas,
to
Audi.
Another good race. Hülkenberg, bad luck to miss out on points. But again, no news is good news.
Good news,
They're finishing races. And like I said, Audi is bringing its own engine. And they're finishing races. So which is a pretty big deal. Red Bull is a great example of creating a new... Honda is another good example. If you make a new engine, how difficult it is to finish races. So I think Audi is doing very well to be at the bottom half of the midfield table.
Exactly.
Up next is...
Then we have Cadillac.
Another decent race. No news.
Races,
good news.
Both of them finished. Bottas, during the safety car, he was between McLaren and
Antonelli and this
Mercedes.
one.
But they finished. Aston Martin, unfortunately, Lance Stroll went ahead and retired the car. And the new father in the paddock finished the race.
He's a new dad now.
He's a new dad, and
now he's a man with a wife and child at home. So
not a wife, a child at home.
I don't want to get into that speculation. What it's supposed to be, I don't know. I don't want to get into that. But he's a father now.
He's a father now. He finished the race, so congratulations there.
And if you want to know how he met his partner, Melissa Jimenez, you check out her series. It's called Meet Cute, where she talks about how drivers met their partners. It's been a while since we posted a new one. We should post another one. We have another one in tow. Oh my God, so much has happened. We don't get time to post that. We have that another one in tow. Stay tuned to see who it is this time.
And then, one last thing that I really want to point out. I don't know what was wrong with the scoreboard. One, they really need to bring back the old scoreboard.
The 3 decimals, the thousandths of a second, please do.
Because, in an attempt to dumb it down, you're really going ahead and killing the essence of those milliseconds. But anyways, I don't know what was happening with Lawson on the scoreboard, not on the track, but on the scoreboard. Suddenly Lawson is going there.
I think there was a problem with the transponder or something, but it was really funny.
It was funny. And the moment he would go down and then come back, they would just remove the grid.
For a second.
Yeah, for a second.
I think there somebody was just pressing the restart button, restart.
Yeah.
But I think they need to fix that.
Yeah. But overall, it was a fantastic race. I will miss, as in the next 2 races, we'll all miss it.
I'm not going to miss the Saudi GP.
He doesn't like the Saudi GP, but anyway.
I'll tell you what the problem with the Saudi GP is right now before we shut down. Okay, here's the Saudi GP. Left, right, left, right, left. Quick straight U-turn. Quick straight right, left. Oh my God, it's basically like the Suzuka S's and all these just combined together to make a really boring race. Come on.
Anyway, so
that was me ranting about the Saudi GP. Hopefully the new Corniche circuit will be better. Not Corniche, the new Saudi circuit will be better once it's done.
Yeah.
And that was
a quick race rant.
I don't know. I don't know
how quick it was, but anyways, we will see you
after a month.
On race rant, but there will be more videos coming.
Yes,
so make sure you follow us and like our videos. It really helps.
Check out our series 35 Days of 35 Champions, where we talk about all the champions.
Yes.
Throughout the history, and some very exciting information in there. Do check that out.
Yes.
And we'll catch you guys. The race rant will be coming back after the Miami Grand Prix.
Yes.
So catch you then.
Bye-bye.